house boy.
If you want to give a plant a second chance, here's what you do. The first thing you want to do is gently remove it from its old home. Then use your fingers to gently loosen up the soil. Shake off as much as you can to reveal the roots. The next thing you want to do is add some fresh soil to the mix. Then add 2 tablespoons of oats and 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt. Mix it up. Grab a pot and put in half the mixture. Then place your plant in its new home and fill it up with the rest of the soil mixture. The oatmeal boosts the quality of the soil, and the Epsom salt provides magnesium and prevents transplant shock. So if your plants are dying or you just want to get them to thrive again, definitely give this a go.
Things I wish I knew when I first got into plants. Part 3. Tap water might cause mineral buildup over time. Use filtered water especially for sensitive plants. Perlite is very dusty. Wear a mask. If you're starting liking plants, make sure you have enough space or they will take over your entire living space.
It's M to the B, 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 it's M to the B.
Gary! You are gonna finish your dessert and you are gonna like it!
If your soil looks like this, it basically just means that it's dehydrated and probably pretty compact. Before we give it a really good soaking with water, we're going to grab a blunt object like this and we're going to start aerating. I like to use a knitting needle because it's nice and sturdy and won't break. This is also going to allow air to get to your roots, which is really important. This is kind of what you're looking for. And then, of course, afterward, you just give it a deep soak.
It's time for cheap plant parent hacks. Did you know most big box stores have a recycling section for nursery pots? Rather than buy new pots, check the recycling area for free pots.
Put you on TikTok?
Not at all.
Okay, perfect. I want to know, this is your first plant, right?
Yeah, first.
As a new plant parent, what is your biggest question?
I don't know how often to water it or how much.
Snake plants are actually succulents, so you feel their little leaves right here, they have a lot of water in them. They're really rigid, so they're quite drought tolerant, and you can actually water them when they're 50 to 75% dry. So how we do that is we insert a chopstick about 50 to 75% in there, and then when it comes out, and if there's no wet soil on there, then it's ready to be watered. It's kind of like when you're baking. Have you ever baked and you put a toothpick into the batter, and if it comes out with batter on it, it's not ready to come out of the oven yet. Kind of the same thing with plant care. If you stick the stick in there and it comes out dry, not ready to be watered.
Hey y'all, here's some cheap plant parenting hacks. Starting your plant jungle can seem really intimidating, and so here are some plant hacks that just help keep it affordable. Save your cans, literally any can. This is a coffee can. Drill drainage holes and plant. Look at that growth.
5 plants that are easy to take care of, that are not boring, and will not break the bank. Philodendron micans. Fast growing, keep the soil moist, and just bright and direct sunlight. Monstera adansani just need to keep the soil moist, does not need much light, and is fast growing. Calathea rattlesnake just needs humidity, keep the soil moist, and also does not require much light. Very pretty too. Ficus elastica ruby, this requires bright and direct light, needs some humidity, and just keep the soil moist. Philodendron birkin is a now much easier to find plant, bright and direct light, and keep the soil moist.
Repotting season is here. And if you're a serial plant killer, here are some of the do's and don'ts for repotting. Do use a pot 2 inches bigger than your current pot. Your pot should never have more space than this. Don't ever let me catch you using a pot like this. You will kill your plant that way. Do start out with a clean pot. Never reuse a dirty pot. Always wash your pots out with hot water and soap. Do make sure that you're using the right soil type. Every plant is different and they all require different soil. When repotting, don't ever pack your soil in like this. It will become way too dense, and more than often you will end up getting root rot. Instead, you want to gently squeeze your pot so that it comes out nicely. Like this. Fill the bottom with a thin layer of soil. Give it a little shake. If the roots on your plant looks like this, gently tickle them so that they look like this. Place them into the pot. And always water after to prevent transplant shock.
Things I wish I knew when I first got into houseplants. Misting doesn't really do anything. It's fun though.
I never
Most plants can handle and will appreciate small periods of direct light. Don't water on a strict schedule. Pay attention to signs from your plant. You don't need high humidity to grow plants well. My average humidity is around 50.